Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the privilege of introducing to you a brand new indie brand here on my channel. It was actually my first introduction to this indie brand as well. So it's a little bit of a collection review slash first impressions video today. I am so excited to be swatching for you the Autumn Awaits collection from Venus Lacquers. Venus Lacquers is an indie brand. It is 5-free, cruelty-free, and it's available on Etsy. I will make sure to leave in the description box a non-affiliate link to this shop just in case you are interested in purchasing any of the polishes that I'm gonna share with you today. These polishes were sent to me in exchange for swatch pictures, but as always, you guys, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are my own. Michelle, who is the mastermind behind Venus Lacquers, contacted me via email, if I want to see if I wanted to swatch her new release for this fall. And of course, I had to jump in and say yes. She's not just an amazing nail blogger, but she does have her own brand. So if you didn't know about it, this will be your introduction to her brand as well. In addition to her shop, I'm also gonna link Venus Lacquers Instagram page and Michelle's Instagram page. Go make sure and give them a follow, you guys. Like I always tell you when I swatch, a lot of these indie makers like to post their sales on Instagram. I do not have any other social media platforms, but I do know that she also has a Facebook group. So make sure you follow her on Instagram and get the information for the Facebook group link and join. She is gonna have a sale going on this weekend. I just saw a post again on Instagram. Fortunately, this collection will not be included in the sale, but she has a lot of different polishes on her website, so make sure you take advantage of that sale if you've been wanting to try Venus Lacquers and support a small business. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to this amazing 4-piece collection. So this is what the Autumn Awaits collection looks like. It's a 4-piece collection, different finishes. I like the assortment of colors in this collection. It releases October 11th, so make sure you go check it out. As I'm showing you the live swatch application and review for each polish individually, I'm gonna tell you their prices as well. However, if you're interested in picking up the whole collection, you can get all 4 polishes for only $32, which in this time and day, it's quite affordable for an indie brand. With all that information out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the review of each polish individually. So the first polish that I put on my nails is the beautiful pink polish in this collection. It is in the shade Indian Summer. This beautiful polish was inspired by the warm, dry weather that can sometimes occur during autumn. It is a pinkish red base with silver flakes and chameleon flakes that shift between silver, pink, and aqua. And I mean, you can clearly see that this polish is packed with those flakes, you guys. Really pretty, and I think the description is right on point. Indian Summer was fully opaque for me in just 2 coats. What I like about this polish is that all the flakes in this polish are very well behaved. They lay flat on the nails, absolutely no issues. This polish does go on a tiny bit brush strokey, but for the most part they do go away after it dries. With that being said, I do think that if you don't over manipulate your polish, you will not have any brush strokes. It's just, I think some of the brush strokes that I had, I created them myself. You guys know, and I say this in all my videos, I over manipulate my polish. I do. I like to play around with it too much. But if you're very careful, I'm pretty sure you won't have any brush strokes. As I was taking my pictures, I did notice that my ring light was kind of washing out the flakies in this polish. So I did take a picture of this outdoors, like in indirect sunlight, and you can clearly see the flakes pop out. I think the color combination with the flakes is really nice, but when the chameleon flakes do shift to that pink color that it's in the description, they kind of get lost with the base color, so just FYI. Overall, the formula in this polish was amazing. Like I said, 2 coats to be fully opaque. You do want to add a glossy top coat, and I also want to add that even though it's packed with flakies, removal of this polish was very easy. So that was Indian Summer, and you're seeing 2 coats with a glossy top coat on my swatch pictures. After that, I swatched this beautiful polish. This is in the shade Mystic Moon. This beautiful polish is being described as a blue base with a purple to pink shift, blue glitter, blue holographic glitters, and gold holographic flakes. This polish will retail for $9, and I think I forgot to say it, but Indian Summer will retail for $9 as well. Mystic Moon applied really easily in 2 coats. I love the consistency of this polish. I think the formula was amazing. As it states in the description, this polish is packed with glitters, and I did find that as I'm applying it, it does have a really nice glitter distribution. However, you do have to kind of fish for the flakes, and you will see it on my swatch photo that not every nail had the flakes. And to be honest with you guys, the only reason why the nails that did have flakes had flakes is because I had to fish them out. So I highly recommend that if you want to get more flakes, you do hold your bottle upside down before applying it. That was really the only issue I had with this polish. I think this is one of the best formulas in this 4 set that I have. I really love the consistency of this polish, and regardless whether or not you get the flakes, I think this is a really unique polish. With so much out there in the market right now, it's hard to find something unique, and I think this is a very unique polish with a fantastic formula. I do recommend that you add a good glossy top coat, because that glossy top coat is gonna take that purple to pink shift to another level. I mean, it's already there, and as you're applying it, you can clearly see that shift, but the glossy top coat just elevates it a little bit more. It's really, really pretty, really unique. I highly recommend it for that reason. Up next, we have one of my top picks from this collection is this fantastic purple. This is in the shade Purple Storm, and this amazing polish is being described as a deep purple base with copper sparks. I think that description is perfection, and this polish will retail for only $8. This polish reminded me of my favorite purple of all time. They're not dupes by any means, but I think it's the copper sparks in here that just really reminds me of that one. And just in case you're wondering, it's my favorite purple is Soya Jasmine. So as soon as I put this on my nails, it took me back to that polish, and I knew immediately this was going to be a love for me. Even though this polish has a thinner formula, not to be confused or, related to runny, because it's not runny at all. It's just thinner. When you put the spectrum of consistencies, this one's definitely like on the thinner consistency. It still was very manageable. It only took 2 coats to be fully opaque. The copper sparks really come out, and at some angles, I don't know if it's the copper mixing with the purple, but it kind of looks like a pink spark in there as well. It's just so pretty, you guys. I am so in love with this polish, the color, and my husband loved this polish on me too. I wore this for a full day yesterday. I didn't want to take it off, but I had to swatch the last polish in this collection. But this is just amazing. Perfect for autumn, perfect for Halloween, and for Halloween nail art. I think it's a fantastic color as well. So yeah, guys, if you have nothing like Purple Storm, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite purples of this year for sure. And last but most definitely not least is the polish that I'm wearing today. And I've said it like a gazillion times before here on my channel, but just in case you're new and you've never heard me, I love black polish so much. So when I saw this on the PR package when it arrived, I was so happy. I know, it's just a black polish, but I was so happy to see this in there. Black polish has been one of my go-tos since my high school days. I remember in high school, when I wear a polish, it was either blue or black. So I'm so in love with this one. This is in the shade Starry Night. Look at that close up, you guys. It's so beautiful. She's describing this polish as a black base with dark gray glitter and a pearl finish to represent the darker nights during fall, to which we can see the stars brighter and better. This polish will retail for $8 as well, and it was fully opaque for me in just 2 coats. This one, just like Purple Storm, has a thinner consistency. Again, not runny, just thinner. So just be careful as you're loading up your brush to your nail. The buildup is great. The dry time between coats is amazing. I do have to, put a parenthesis here, and like I always tell you guys, I always like to talk about my experience, even if some people might not find it important or it's not relevant. I still want to let you know that when I was applying this, and I think you can see it on my swatch, on my live swatch video, some of the polish as it was drying was pulling back from my nails, from my nail tips. So I did have to go ahead and add a 3rd coat on my swatch hand because it was pulling back. So adding that 3rd coat really took care of that. Here's a live close-up, but you'll see it on my swatch picture that focus, that my swatch picture doesn't show that issue. So here I'm wearing 3 coats. However, this polish does get fully opaque in just 2 coats. These are my longer nails, my other hand, and as you can see, it's fully opaque in just 2 coats. No visible nail line, and these are much longer than my swatching hand. So I know for sure that it's gonna take 2 coats to be fully opaque. I think I just had those issues because I oiled my nails prior to swatching, and maybe I still had a lot of oil residue on my nail bits, and so that's why it was pushing back. I only applied the oil on my swatching finger so that my pictures will look nice, and on all my other nails where there's no oil, I had no issues with that pulling back. But I just thought I'll mention it just in case it was not my oil's fault and you do encounter that issue. I want to let you know that a 3rd coat will take care of that, like it did here, or here with my non-oily hand, there are absolutely no issues with that pulling back at the tips. So take that as you want. I just wanted to let you know that I did experience that, and I had to add a third coat on this hand. With all that being said, even if you do have to add the third coat, it's a, sorry guys, itchy. It's a buildable 3-coater. It dries really well between coats. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have 3 coats on my nails. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it, especially because I think she achieved the effect she was going for really well. You can clearly see those little sparks coming through. It really does look like a starry night. I live in a big city, so sometimes we cannot see a lot of stars, but I remember on one of my road trips when we went down to Florida, right where Alabama and Florida meet, like around the border, we're going through this, you know, kind of like traveling road. And I remember looking out of the window at night. It was like 1 a.m. and it was so starry. It was the most beautiful night sky I've ever seen. So many stars. And as soon as I was applying this polish, you know, once I got it to build up on 2 coats, it reminded me of that night automatically. So I think she nailed it on the inspiration. I think this is a great polish, and I highly recommend it, you guys. Starry Night is another top pick for me, and I really like it. That glossy top coat really brings out the shimmers a little bit more. So yeah, love it, you guys. Love it. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Those are my thoughts and opinions on the Autumn Awaits collection from Venus Lacquers, releasing today, like I mentioned earlier in the video. I think all 4 polishes are amazing, but if I do have to pick favorites, I think it's all gonna come down to color preference. I just really love this too. Purple Storm and Starry Night really did it for me, you guys. They're so good. And I mean, just seeing them side by side, I'm thinking Halloween nail art, right? Really pretty. But I do want to give credit to Mystic Moon as well. This would be like my 3rd favorite. It's just so unique. And right now, you know, so much polish out there, like I said, it's hard to find a unique polish, and this is very unique. But yeah, guys, I'm very excited about this release. In the comments down below, don't forget to let me know which one was your favorite. And I do not want to end this video without giving a quick shout out to Michelle and thanking her once again. I wish you the best on this new release, and you did an amazing job. I love the polishes. As always, guys, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my